Hello everyone, welcome to Vietnam News today, February the 11th, 2022. Vietnam in global top 10 for cryptocurrency ownership rate. So COVID-19 pandemic had attracted capital from Vietnamese investors in cryptocurrencies. About 6 million Vietnamese own digital assets. In an interview with TechNetSasa, investor Nam Nguyen, 25, said he invested $3,000 into cryptocurrency market during the boom in March 2021. The profit he earned was used to maintain his restaurant after the social distancing period in Ho Chi Minh City. He continued to invest in this market. Unlike the stock market, the cryptocurrency sector is more convenient for me because it operates 24/7. I often wake up late and miss the morning session of the stock market, said Nam. According to data from cryptocurrency payment company AAA, about 6 million Vietnamese own digital assets, equivalent to 6% of the population. Vietnam is ranked 9 on AAA ranking of countries with the highest percentage of users holding cryptocurrency in the world. According to rankings by analytics from Chainalysis, cryptocurrency adoption among individual investors increased by 881% in 2021. Vietnam, India, Pakistan, and Ukraine are the leading countries in this ranking. According to TechNet-Asia, although digital assets have not been recognized and protected by Vietnamese law, the blockchain field is still becoming an investment trend, especially for the middle-aged generation and the Gen Z. Finder.com report released last August showed that Vietnam is the leading country in terms of cryptocurrency usage. This data comes from a survey of 42,000 people across 27 countries. Specifically, besides Vietnam, other emerging economies such as India and Indonesia are also leading the trend of using cryptocurrencies. According to Finder, the rate of cryptocurrency usage among respondents in Vietnam was 41%, of which the number of people who had bought Bitcoin was 20%. Except for India, the top four names in the survey are Southeast Asian countries, including Indonesia 30%, Malaysia 29%, and the Philippines 28%. The rest are mostly located in the Americas, Europe, and East Asia. The UK and the US are the two countries with the lowest rate of cryptocurrency usage in the survey, with 8 and 9% respectively. In a June 2021 report from Cointelegraph, Vietnam ranked 13 in the world in terms of Bitcoin investment rate in 2020. Online cinemas booming in Vietnam. Vietnamese film directors and producers believe the development of online movies will continue, but that they will not replace cinemas. Galaxy has now 20 Vietnamese film projects exclusively for an online platform. The company confirmed that in 2022 they will invest hundreds of billions of Vietnam dong into online entertainment market. Mrs. Vu Quỳnh Hà, content director of Galaxy, said the reason why this film invests a large amounts of capital in online movies is because after 2 years of the COVID-19 pandemic, the numbers of subscribers as well as revenue from the online platform has doubled. Currently, this firm has more than 7 million registered users. During the epidemic, online cinema offered entertainment service to the audience at best, and at the same time opened up a playground for directors and actors, and create jobs for film crews, he said. With increasing skill and investment capital, the question is whether online movies can replace and take the market share of cinema movies. Movie director Bảo Nhân said the OTT series could be a film trend serving a new generation of audiences. In Vietnam alone, audiences have started to get used to accessing movies and entertainment through international OTT platforms. The better and stable quality of internet is a factor that closes the transmission quality gaps of OTT movies and theater movies. That's also the reason why audiences are more receptive to OTT movies, explained. Film director Dong Giao said that the development of the OTT film line is undeniable. He is fighting the next way for his film production company during difficult times. To maintain the company, he said there is no other way to cooperate and produce content for online platforms. Cooperating with Netflix is the goal of my company and many other Vietnamese film production companies. I have started to expand cooperation with online platforms in Vietnam. This is not easy to develop, but it will be the trend in the future, he said. A representative of BAT said that besides the movie project for cinemas, this firm is developing experiences of all ages. This is a way to earn revenue to make up for the difficulties of the cinema movie segment that has struggled for the past 2 years. And also the new way to serve the entertainment needs of the audience. Director Bao Nhân said that online movies have many advantages, but this type of film cannot completely replace theater movies. Sharing the same opinion, Mrs. Wu Biglian, production director of the movie house Not for Sale, said Spider-Man revenue has reached billions of dollars in the world, and in Vietnam it set on nearly 100 billion Vietnam dong. It proved that audiences have not turned their back against cinemas despite the COVID-19 pandemic. As long as the film is attractive, the audience will go to the cinema. After the holiday business face labor shortages, many enterprises in Bình Dương province, a major industrial production center, are finding it difficult to recruit thousands of employees. In Đài Đăng Industrial Zone IZ in Thu Dầu Một City, a number of enterprises are hanging upside saying they are seeking workers, from several hundred to thousands of workers. Vietnam Chín Jiangsu is recruiting a high numbers of workers, both untrained and skilled, offering high incomes of 10 to 12 million Vietnam dong per month for as attractive treatments. However, there are few people for these jobs at this moment. Tourism Vietnam is seeking more than 100 workers, offering salaries of between 7 million Vietnam dong to 13 million Vietnam dong a month, plus other remunerations, including 30-month salary bonuses and tours. However, the numbers of applicants is modest, though the recruitment campaign was now before TED. The same situation is seen in Bình Chánh Industrial Production Zone in Da Nang City. There are thousands of jobs in the field of textiles and garments, packaging, electronics, unfair, but there are few people interested. Some people were seen leaving after reading the recruitment notice. Nguyễn Thị Thùy, 35 from Đồng Tháp, said she had been looking for a job but still cannot find a satisfactory position. A representative of a packaging manufacturing enterprise in the road said it needs to recruit 200 workers, offering monthly pay of 10 million Vietnam dong a month on average, higher than the previous year, but still cannot recruit enough workers. Hundreds of businesses in the An City, Tân Uyên Town and Bắc Tân Uyên and Bầu Bàng districts are also looking for workers. Some enterprises send their recruitment officers to high traffic routes to invite passengers to apply for jobs. According to Bình Dương Job Center, hundreds of enterprises in the locality have demand for workers to implement contracts signed with partners. Most of the enterprises are in the fields of footwear, textile and garment, electronics, woodwork and food. Phạm Văn Tuyến, Deputy Director of Bình Dương Department of Labor, Works, Invalids and Social Affairs said that enterprise in the province need 40,000 workers in the first months of the year and unskilled workers account for 70%. To satisfy demand, the department set directors the job center to provide more information about the labor market, organize periodic job transaction sessions, and promote job consultancy and introductions. Bình Dương is also cooperating with other provinces to attract workers to Bình Dương. Bình Dương is a large industrial production center where many industrial zones are located. The labor shortage began in late October after the lockdown due to COVID ended and production began recovering and said become more serious after that. You are hearing the Vietnam News today. Vietnam Tourism Ministry seeks resumption of pre-pandemic visa waivers policy for tourists. The Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism had proposed the government resumes pre-pandemic waivers of visas for tourists from 24 countries when the countries restart international tourism. The ministry earlier proposed March 31, 2022 to be the beginning of the thorough reopening of international tourism in Vietnam, as the country expects to finish its COVID-19 vaccine booster shot campaign by then. The list of 24 countries on the visa exemption list comprises Brunei, Myanmar for 14 days stay or less, the Philippines 21 days stay, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Cambodia, Laos, Kyrgyzstan, no more than 30 days stay, Belarus, Japan, South Korea, Switzerland, Norway, Denmark, Russia, Finland, Germany, France, United Kingdom, Italy, Spain less than 15 days stay, Chile and France diplomatic passport and official passport holders can enter Vietnam without a need for a visa for a stay of 90 days in total in 6 months. Arrivals from foreign countries could enter Vietnam on e-visas as before the COVID-19 pandemic broke out and the country closed its border. The tourism ministry wants the ministries of public security and ministries of foreign affairs to be on board with this policy. The ministries of health expected to provide medical guidelines for arrivals and technical guidance to monitor and deal with COVID-19 outbreaks in the new normal, which are consistent with existing regulations in many other countries to ensure international integration efforts. The tourism ministry noted. Negotiations with other countries to put recognition of Vietnam COVID-19 vaccination certificates should also be expedited to facilitate outbound tourism. Some ministries of culture, sports and tourism requested the government direct the ministries of information and communications to assume prime responsibility in selecting a uniform mobile COVID-19 app that foreign arrivals need to use during their stays in Vietnam. The People's Committees of province cities need to proactively prepare conditions to open tourism, uniformly operate closely, supervise the welcoming to guests to ensure safety while having plans to handle medical issues arising from tourism. During the 2022 Tiger Lunar New Year, 467 visitors arrived in Vietnam under the pilot COVID-19 vaccine passport programs. Since the launch of the program late last year, a total of 8,967 international tourists have arrived in three localities: Phú Quốc, Iceland, Kiên Province, Khánh Hòa, and Quảng Nam. Most of them came from Russia, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, the Republic of Korea, Singapore, the UK, the US, and Canada. As many as 16 travel firms, 82 lodging facilities, 28 tourist sites, 8 shopping centers, and 40 transportation companies in the 5 targeted localities have registered and been eligible to join the first phase of the program. 27 cases of COVID-19 infections have been detected, among them 17 in Phú Quốc and 10 in Khánh Hòa. Vietnam women's football team welcome home after securing World Cup berth. Coach Mike Chung and his players were warmly welcomed at Hanoi by International Airport yesterday morning after earning historic 2023 World Cup berth at the 2022 AFC Women's Asian Cup held in India. The team seeded two playoff victories over Thailand and China Taipei in India, thereby booking a spot at the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup for the very first time. They left Mumbai India at 4 a.m. on February 10 and arrived in Hanoi at 9:45 a.m. on the same day. They had concluded a 60-day-long journey which ended up earning the World Cup play for the first time in history. Chung and his players brought with joy because with many players infected the SARS-CoV-2 virus several days before the start of the 2022 AFC Women's Asian Cup in India. They did not think they could seal the last World Cup ticket as a regional tournament to play in Australia and New Zealand next year. Fortunately, all affected players have recovered in time for the Asian Cup and performed well against the Thailand and Taipei opponents in the two playoff matches, before finishing fifth as the tournament out and winning the last ticket to World Cup finals, to co-hosted by Australia and New Zealand. Coach Mike Chung and his students are happy upon returning home after beating Thailand 2-0 and Chinese Taipei 2-1 on February 2nd and seeking a playoff round of the 2022 AFC Women's Asian Cup, securing a berth in the FIFA World Cup 2023 for the first time. President Wilson Fook has signed a decision to present the labor order to the team and some outstanding individuals, including Coach Michael Chung, and in recognition of their outstanding performance at the 2022 IFC Women's Asian World Cup. Important transition for digital government as public services go online. The completion of the target of offering 100% of eligible public services online to the highest level 4 in 2021 is an important step to create momentum for digital government in Vietnam. Since mid-2021, when COVID-19 virus impacted the country, people and businesses in the northern province of Thái Nguyên had to stay home as a result conducted more than 1,200 online public service requested at level 4 on the provincial public service portal at dịch vụ công.thainguyen.gov.vn or the See Thái Nguyên application. Thái Nguyên was one of the first 10 ministries and provinces that provided all eligible public services online at level 4. On a national scale, the Ministries of Information and Communications identified one of the important goals of 2021 was to bring all online public services to ministries and localities to level 4. Đỗ Công Anh, the writer of the Authority of Information Technology Application Ministries of Information and Communication, said that as of mid-December 2021, the rates of qualified public services provided online by ministries, agencies, and localities at level 4 had reached 96%, approaching the set target. In the past 2 years, the pandemic has strongly promoted digital transformation. State agencies have stepped up the provision of online public services to limit direct contact. As a result, in 2020 to 2021, Level 4 online public services made a remarkable development. Digital transformation also brought about technological conditions for local authorities to simultaneously deploy public services at the state agency in charge of national digital transformation. The Ministries of Information and Communications have given guidance to ministries and provinces on how to standardize the process of deploying platforms so that they provide online public services quickly and economically. Creating momentum for digital government. The ministry, state agencies, and localities have provided eligible online public services to the highest level, has fulfilled the most basic targets for e-government, creating momentum for the development of digital government. The strategy for e-government development toward digital government in the period of 2021-2025 with a vision to 2030 approved by the Prime Minister in June 2021 is the guideline for all actions in the next decade. This strategy set high goals, a high index for e-government, and digital government development in the world, among the top 50 countries by 2025 and among the top 30 countries by 2030, based on the United Nations rankings. One of the five main target groups of the Digital Government Roadmap to 2025 is to provide high-quality services to the public. Accordingly, state agencies will review, restructure, simplify, standardize, and unify administrative procedures on a nationwide scale, according to the Ministries of Information and Communication. Online public service provision is one of the important indicators for e-government development, as the people are seen as the center and the service object of state agencies. With this information has wrapped up our program today. Goodbye and see you later.